Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Let's get through this door and see what dangers lie in wait. Knock knock.
Are we ready to move out?
Alright, this looks like a fight. Let's go ahead and top everybody off real quick.
The goddess protects us.
Overrun, Centers. Adayana.
You are my favorite aide.
Gonna extend that and cast haste.
We will win this war.
I'll go ahead.
Let's run, sweetie. Let's go. Why are you so slow? They're almost here.
I'm not going anywhere.
The dwarf's cracked voice sounds like rasping rusty metal.
Don't you feel it? He's got that damn rag with him. I can't teleport. He's going to kill us.
Yes, I am.
If he kills us, then so be it. But this is my city, and I will fight for it to the end. And you, my love, you will be with me to the end.
Stalin grasps the chin of the demoness, sinking his nails into her tender skin, and pulls her face toward his, kissing her lips quickly before pushing her away.
Hello, Minago. Greetings, Mr. Misery Guts. It's us again.
Staunton, enough of this madness. It's not too late to come back to the side of good.
The side of good? You mean Queen Galfrey's side? I've lost almost everything, but not my self-respect. If tyrants like her are good, then I surely belong in the abyss.
Forget about the Queen. She's not here. We're here. The Crusaders, your friends. Do you remember fighting side by side in the ruins of Canabres? Come back to us!
I have no friends. The Canabres Crusaders treated me like carrion. You personally did nothing to me, but that's just because we barely know each other.
I feel like one is a little redundant. I'm gonna ask it anyway, of course. Tell me, Staunton, why? Why do you fight on the side of the demons?
You have the audacity to ask me that? I fight on this side because the other side didn't give me a chance. Yes, I made a terrible mistake, and Drezen fell to the demons. The Queen should have had me hanged. I deserved it. But she found a far worse punishment for me. False mercy. When she spared me that day, she said she wanted to give me a chance to make amends. And I believed her. For 70 years, I've crawled on my knees, shedding my blood for Mendev. Only been spat in the face for it. For 70 years, I watched generations of Crusaders grow old and die, never once changing their tune about Staunton the traitor. What else could I give for my mistake? What more punishment could I suffer? How could I ever deserve forgiveness? And one day, I realized there's nothing I can do. The Queen had doomed me to a lifetime of humiliation. And when I grew desperate, I only had two choices. To become my own executioner and carry out the sentence she rescinded that day, or go over to the other side. Put yourself in my place. Imagine yourself in that position. What would you choose?
Aren't you getting tired of fleeing from me, Minago?
You have no idea how tired I am of you, mortal. But never mind. Today, we will finally be done with you. Right, Staunton? Right, sweetie?
The demon's laughter is shrill and unnatural.
You know, I once heard a peasant trying to convince his sick sheep to overcome her constipation and share her impacted torrent of crap with the rest of the world. The sheep was obviously very dear to the peasant, and he cooed and called her lambkin and darling as he described the process in graphic detail, apparently to inspire the beast. Well, listening to that wasn't half as stomach-churning as listening to your filthy demon mouth spewing honeys and sweeties all over the place. Ugh.
Jeez, Lamb didn't have time for a whole... I don't know what this is, a whole speech? Minago, what's that on your face?
That's not your concern, mortal!
The demon hisses angrily.
The Masters punished her cruelly for her failure in Canabras. As you can see, the leaders of the demons are as patient with their slaves as the Crusaders are with their commanders.
A crooked smirk crosses the dwarf's face.
Sweetie, why are you telling him this? What does it matter? What?
Quiet.
Staunton's voice holds no emotion whatsoever, except perhaps wariness. The word that fell from his lips barely echoes, but nonetheless, the demon immediately falls silent. As you have... Oh, those words are mixed up. Okay. I see you have quite a gathering of cowards and traitors here. Even Nura showed up.
You think I'd miss the chance to see Staunton wipe that grin off your smug face? For years, you self-appointed champions of good have treated us like dirt beneath your feet. If the demons will help us get our revenge, then we're with the demons.
Alright, it's time to decide the fate of Drezen.
Right. No point in wasting time talking. To arms!
Staunton, darling.
Stop whining! Didn't you swear your eternal love to me? Promised we'd rule Drezen together? Now shut your lying mouth and fight! Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it!
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Alright, let's go ahead and get this up out here. I'm gonna put her a little bit further inside and do slow. Triceratops back there, please. I'm gonna go after Nura first with my Cavalier. Probably be an easy target.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Into the fray!
Alright, let's see about blinding him next.
I'm done with you!
Alright, the only one that's chaotic evil is Minago, so we'll have Regil go after her, I think. Gonna charge into her back. There we go. She just exploded. Alright, challenge. Don't even think he's gonna finish casting Guarded Hearth before the fight's over.
Begone, fiend!
Alright, hang in there, Sela. I think we're okay. Send me to skip. I'm coming, Lady Death. Give me for being 70 years late for Something. Yeah, I hit spacebar by accident.
Ass. You want to die for a heap of rocks? Go ahead. I'm not staying here.
There's panic on Monago's blood-splashed face. Her lips are trembling.
No, my dear. You are. You will either fight to the bitter end, or I'll break your delicate little neck myself with these very hands.
Are you threatening me, my mortal toy? Me? And with what? With the power I gave you. You ungrateful beast!
The demon's mouth, trembling with fear, opens wide in a hysterical grin, like a wound on her face.
Give me back what's mine! Take him, he's yours, and Drezen too! I don't care about this fortress, or this half-wit.
Oh, Nura's back. But she exploded. The Monago stretches out her hand. A crimson spark flies out of Staunton's eyes and plants itself in her palm. Staunton freezes stunned. He's silently moving his lips, which have turned gray in a flash, like a fish out of water. The demon turns to you.
Oh, I grow so tired of you mortals. Your humdrum little passions, your constant squabbling, your incessant accusations and excuses. You treat each other like dirt. Push weaklings like these two into our arms. And then you have the audacity to accuse us. Come on, punish your traitors. I've seen this show countless times.
The demon points at Staunton and Nura. Well, thank you for your help. But you don't think this is going to save you, do you?
I will save myself.
That was an evil action. I feel like... Honestly, the other one, which I assume is chaotic, it's like the fun's just getting started, sounded more evil than that one did.
Take your filthy rag! Take your befouled ruins! You can make soup out of this moron for all I care. I've had enough war. We Lily two were created for tenderness and love. Stay away from me with your swords and shields.
So this is to be my fate? I've been betrayed by people and demons alike. Now my life really is worth nothing. But that doesn't mean you won't pay for it dearly. Come on, you scumbag! Kill me if you can! I don't care anymore!
Staunton watches Monago leave. He looks at you, and the sorrow in his eyes gives way to hatred. Enough of this insanity. Get on your weapon, Staunton. Come back to us. You've been treated unfairly. We can still make things right.
You really do believe that, don't you? You really think that you can still change something? Somehow bring a cursed soul back to the light?
The dwarf chuckles sadly, without ire.
I wish I could believe like you do. Hope like you. But I know too well. There is no hope. I've been dead for a long time. As a matter of fact, the torment of the last few years, I might as well have spent them in the abyss. The only thing you can do for me is finish me off.
He shakes his head.
Let's get this over with. To arms.
We won't fall here. I swear it. You won't survive me.
Oh, I didn't realize Sela died.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Retreat is not an option.
What? Just reposition my party?
Let's try this way.
That's annoying.
Fall.
Okay, well. We'll re-slow him. And see what happens. Hey there, buddy. Oh, Rachel, what are you doing, man?
Kneel before me. I can still fight.
Yeah, barely. Looks like you're about to die. Nope. He made it. That's right, his last stand.
There's beauty hidden in the darkest of places.
I don't have any diamonds
No one
left.
can see it there.
Well, shoot. Alright, Soul Shear. Soul Basher, Staunton Vane's Warhammer, was once a weapon of honor and repute among the Crusaders. When the Keeper of the Sword of Valor rejected his duty as a paladin, and became a double agent, he single-handedly reforged the Warhammer into the glaive Soul Shear, weapon admired by the worshippers of Baphomet. Mistress Monago herself tempered the new blade with the grimmest and most sinister enchantments, and no Crusader would ever dare to reclaim the disgraced weapon. Whenever the wielder of this +3 adamantine glaive kills a target with it, it summons a demon till the end of the fight. Only one demon can be summoned per fight. If the demon was already summoned, every subsequent kill heals it for 1 to 8 plus 5 HP, and gives it a stacking +1 bonus on attack rolls. Depending on the hit dice of the killed enemy, the summoned demon could be a Babao, a Marilith, or a Baelor. This weapon cannot be wielded by lawful good characters. That's absurd. I wonder if that stacks with the Book of Dreams. He's gonna get this. This is our glaive wielder. Yeah, I wonder if this works with that. Huh. Alright, in Carapace. This heavy armor adorned with the seal of Discari was forged for one of the high priests of the Locust Lord's cult. The mere sight of it struck terror into his enemies, but not his allies. Soon after Baphomet's followers captured Drezen, cultists of Discari arrived there and demanded that the city be given over to them. The Templars happily agreed, handing over control of the city to their allies with all the proper formalities, including a feast at which every last Descarite was poisoned. After that, the armor was displayed in Drezen Citadel as a warning to Descari's worshippers, until Monago finally found a knight worthy of wearing it. Whenever an enemy lands a hit on the wearer of this +2 mithril full plate mail, the attacker has to pass a reflex saving throw, or suffer 1 to 3 damage to strength. The attacker passes the saving throw, they suffer 1 to 3 piercing damage instead. Congratulations, Sela. Dexterity and Constitution.
I know the way.
Breathing heavily, Nura stands up and wipes her bloody hands on her clothes. Well, what are you waiting for, you scum? Come on, finish me off. Kill me like you killed Staunton, and be glad you've defeated the villains. Just make sure you don't wonder whose fault it is that he and I were on the demon's side. Thoughts like that can make you lose your appetite. Another tearful performance. Everyone is guilty but me. I've lost count of how many of you innocents I've sent to the chopping block. They should have been executed just for denying their responsibility, never mind all their other crimes. What will you do if I let you go? Let me go? Why would you? No, you mean, seriously? Ha, ha ha ha. You think I'll thank you for your generosity and devote the rest of my days to taking care of homeless puppies? I'll continue exacting my vengeance. That's what I'll do. On others, if not on you. I will feed as many crusaders as I can to the demons before I face a sword of someone less forgiving than you. She spits at your feet. It's not too late to return to our side. Help me destroy the demons. Nura cringes. Spare me the sermon. If you want to kill me, then kill me. But don't try to get into my head. Alright, you deserve this. Finish Nura off. Right. Finish her off, bury her, and let's forget her. Immediate execution. Is that really necessary? We could just send her to prison, and at least give her a chance to change. I'm surprised you don't suggest we spare the demons and put them in cages until they come to their senses. Look at her. She obviously doesn't regret anything she's done, to us or the soldiers. Everyone deserves death. Today I will get mine. Yours awaits you tomorrow. Amulet of Epic Songs. This is an Amulet of Natural Armor +2. Additionally, if the wearer possesses the Bardic Performance class ability, the amulet grants them 6 additional rounds of Bardic Performance per day. That is extremely generous. Alright, so we are over encumbered because we're missing an entire party member. Like, Nenio can't even move.
Follow my lead.
Still not enough? Okay. Their strength is messed up. Okay, let's see if we can fix that real fast. Just to speed things along a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's get up here. Or not? Where do I need to go?
The commander of the Crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Drezen and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner he has won with such a valiant effort?
Alright, 92%. 92, it's also a pretty good year.
Urgent matters of state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you, so do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations.
Something has subtly changed in the way the Queen of Mendev looks at you. Respect shines in her eyes. Her slightly furrowed brow indicates a hint of unease.
Every death is an irretrievable loss, but considering the scale of our forces, the losses among our troops are tolerable. Morale is high among the Crusade forces that were entrusted to you. You handled the command superbly. I never doubted your personal ability to deal with the demons. I knew that you could become a living symbol for people to follow. That you have now displayed a decent head for tactics is a pleasant surprise. I believed in your success and prepared for this outcome after a fashion. I brought a reward to personally bestow upon my Knight Commander. But now, I think this reward is insufficient. So please, accept one more gift from me personally.
The Queen offers a slight smile and gives a signal to a waiting squire, who passes a neatly folded cloak with lavish embroidery. With these words, Offering slides a ring from her finger and lays it atop the cloak. Oh, thank you, my queen.
And thank you for what you have done for the Crusades. Now on to the main matter. The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition. Many clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before.
Queen frowns slightly again.
Your power bears little resemblance to other manifestations of the Inheritor's will that I have been fortunate enough to witness. But who can fathom the god's designs? And Iomade has many heavenly allies, and they helped us on several occasions throughout the Crusades. There, I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
There is something you should know. Aurelia Vorlash appeared before me in Drezen. She did not explain why she had come.
The architect of the World Wound? Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Stanchion Vane and claim the Sword of Valor?
The Queen's eyes widened in astonishment.
This is a very worrying development. Aurelia was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying. I think she has taken an interest in you and your power. It was to be expected, of course, and it worries me more than anything else. Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurelia and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful. And if the architect reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord.
You know anything about the huge demon that we met at the gates? It was much stronger than the rest.
The Baylor Dorazand, one of Daskari's generals. He, Hep Zamira, and the Echo of Daskari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Drezen was an unexpected development.
Galfrey frowns.
But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as this. The ability to move at will through space is one of the demon's most unpleasant hallmarks. Fortunately, the Sword of Valor takes care of that problem for the areas around Drezen.
Right, I've heard everything I need.
Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds, and together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
The nod of farewell. The Queen strides off with precise military bearing.
Allow me also to congratulate you on your victory, Commander.
You're looking the wrong way. I was looking at my horse. Irabeth salutes the Queen, waits until she has moved far enough away, then turns to you.
We won the battle
never
for
mind.
Drezen, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies. The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that Abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads. Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the city. Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Drezen, inspired by your feat. And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Irabeth shows you a sheet of paper with a list of 4 items. Demons with special powers, secret path, missing patrol, and dragon. What can you tell me about the demons with special powers?
Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had powers that no ordinary demon should have.
Irabeth's voice is very calm. You can tell she's working hard to maintain her composure.
It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them. We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
Secret path? What are you talking about?
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the gray road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges and cut us off from Drezen.
Earbeth frowns.
Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
There's a patrol missing.
Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. And we can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either. The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Socorus lie in that direction. But after the siege of Drezen, contact with them was lost. Hardly any of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
Dragon? What dragon?
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat. But there's very little food in the World Wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind, ravaging supply trains. The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is. We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the Citadel during the siege? He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently. Go talk to him in the tavern. We might be able to help each other.
Is that all for now?
There are a few pleasant matters. At the Queen's command, the Crusaders who took part in the attack have had their pay doubled, and medals will be awarded to those who were particularly outstanding in battle. You know one of them. The Knight Elan from the Houndhearts. He led a troop of Nerosian recruits and brought them to the main forces, and later drew the demons' attention in the battle with the Baylor, allowing the wounded to be rescued. There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Drezen. It's empty now. None of those imprisoned by the demons survived, and we don't have any new prisoners. We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn it quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours, of course.
To bury Staunton as a knight.
Right you are, Commander. Commander. That day during the battle,
Earbeth is hesitating. You see the struggle on her face, as if she doesn't know whether she should say something else.
No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Giving a salute, Earbeth turns around and quickly leaves. I don't understand these cities that mortals love so much. Stone, stone, and more stone. All the doors are so close to the ground. They're all the same shape. Why don't they ever put the door on the top floor and slide down to the ground instead? Why do they even want to go outside if it's no fun out there? If somebody built a fountain full of jam, say, I'd understand. A sudden voice from over your shoulder drops to an excited whisper. Or a chocolate tree, so people could break off a branch and munch on as they pass by. Huh? Who's speaking? A tiny female dragon and evident chocolate tree enthusiast emerges from behind you. Don't tell me you didn't notice a cute little dragon following you. Well now, cute little dragon. That's true. Why did you only start speaking just now? Maybe I was a little shy. After all, we don't know each other. I had to take a look around and get used to things. Everything about the material plane is so weird and gray and stony, especially Drezen. What's your name, dragon? Ivu. Because I'm little, and my family, our names get longer as we get bigger and older. Just imagine how funny it would be otherwise. Imagine being a 5-year-old dragon, barely hatched, but they already call you Resla Rarabran, or Ithuliak, or something like that. Ithuliak, I think, was the black dragon from Kingmaker. Little dragon snorts, and you conclude that this was her way of laughing. So, where did you come from? What do you mean, where did I come from? I flew all the way here to you. Well, I moved between the planes, a tiny little bit, and then flew the rest of the way to you. You've always wanted to have a dragon of your very own, haven't you? Who wouldn't want their own dragon companion? If I ever meet someone who doesn't want to have a dragon of their very own, I'll make sure to keep my distance from them. They clearly have a few screws loose. That's what I'm saying. Little dragon nods knowingly. So, you don't like Drezen much then? It's not that I don't like it. You can have fun here too, but I like my home in Elysium more. Little dragon frowns comically. That makes sense though. After all, we're fighting the demons, and they make everything around them dull and nasty. You're gonna stop them soon, right? Oh, speaking of demons and fighting, you really need to head out to this beautiful ridge outside Drezen as fast as you can. Your friends are waiting for you there. There's something urgent and important they need to tell you. What friends? They're so nice. They're really happy to see me. They really want to see you. I only flew past them the once, so I don't know much, but it must be important. I wonder what's waiting for me this time. Something really fun. You'll see. Alright, I'm going to call it here. We have a lot to do. Next episode is going to be a very long one. We're going to talk to everybody, we're going to update on everything, explore this entire area as best we can. So buckle up for that one. But for now, I'm going to call it here. Whoops. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.